No, most of our members, most of the crew have left the ships now under intense pressure and provocation. Our security guards were deployed with handcuffs to remove them in a very intimidating way. So there's most of the crew have now left.
And what are you hearing? What's the latest from those affected? What are they saying to you?
They're shocked. It's disorientating. It's an incredibly worrying time for them. As your report has already said, they live in the communities. This has a huge knock-on effect, not just for those directly affected. So, shock, horror, shameful actions by the company, illegal actions by the company, and we're going to challenge it all the way.
The government has said this morning that there's nothing really it can do. It can't force companies to keep people on if it doesn't want to. It has a point there, doesn't it?
Well, I think the horse is already bolted on that. We do need the company to look at the protections that are in place. This fire and rehire or sack and attack, I think, would be more appropriate in the current circumstances. So, I mean, there needs to be a conversation about how we ensure this does not happen again. But what I'm calling on the government to do, what I've called on the Maritime Minister in particular to do last night in a call with him, was to get the parties round a table to see if we can recover this situation. There was no consultation with our members. There was no consultation with the unions. The government didn't know. The MCA, the Maritime Coast Guard Agency, the regulator here didn't know. No one was prepared for this. No one has had an opportunity to make a case for alternative strategies to work with the company.
Now, P&O may have handled the process badly, even wrongly, but if the company is losing £100 million a year, it says the business wouldn't be viable. If it shut down, these workers would lose their jobs anyway. Isn't this a better situation where they're actually being offered compensation?
Well, a business that doesn't make money doesn't have much of a future. Of course, that's absolutely right, and we need a profitable industry. But I don't have access to the company's books. I don't know what their current economic case is. There've been bad times. There's been good times. This industry is a bit of a roller coaster, and I don't want to make light of it. I'm not being funny, but I haven't met a ship owner in my 40-odd years in this industry who willingly acknowledge that they make any money. There's never been good times, according to most ship owners. So, I'm cynical about it. I'm skeptical, but your essential proposition is correct. But I'm not sure anybody would think that this is the way to go about a restructuring and to bring in agency crew on lower terms and conditions into a country, an island nation, a proud maritime nation that has a maritime strategy. The government launched its Maritime 2050 strategy. There's a very strong component in that to grow the industry, grow jobs, support that, invest, and put its money in, the government money in, taxpayers' money in, which P&O have had over the years to support and grow our industry, to support our coastal communities. And this policy has now been shattered by the actions of this company.
OK, Mark, we'll have to leave it there. Mark Dickinson from the Maritime Trade Union, Nautilus International. And Naga and Charlie, the real unenviable position for these 800 workers is now weighing up. Do they accept the settlement? Do they reject it and potentially go to a tribunal? Of course, that could take months or even years to resolve. And in the meantime, how do they survive financially?
Work. Yeah, exactly, no jobs. Ben, thank you so much.
Time now is